Chapter 4. The Blueprint Session. Strategic and Organizational Planning. Let me tell you about Martina Johnson, the founder of Bless Up Incorporated in South Carolina. When I first met Martina, she was the perfect picture of a passionate, hard-working founder. Her organization was doing good work, and her board was full of good people who were active in their community. But something was missing. The board wasn't contributing much beyond their presence, and Martina felt completely stuck. In her own words, she felt like she was carrying the entire mission alone. She knew how to get board members active, but she didn't know how to get them to take ownership and work toward a common goal. The solution wasn't another lecture or a list of assigned tasks. It was a strategic planning retreat where we brought her entire board together. We didn't just talk at them. As a facilitator, I guided them through a process where they mapped out every aspect of the organization with her. They debated. They shared ideas. They co-created their future. The transformation was immediate and profound. One board member told me afterwards, "The best and most impactful part is having a direction to aim for." Martina herself said, "Working with Rooney has inspired myself and my board members to continue going forward with the mission. Each board member understands the overall mission and how they play a critical role." The story of Bless Up Incorporated reveals a fundamental principle of leadership. People who plan together, execute together. A strategic plan that you create alone and present to your board is just a report that collects dust. A strategic plan you create with your board becomes their personal roadmap. They feel a deep sense of ownership because their fingerprints are all over it. This chapter will give you the exact framework to facilitate a powerful 2-hour blueprint session with your board. This is not a long, boring retreat. It is a focused, high-energy working session designed to produce a unified plan and set the stage for immediate action. First, let's define your role, the master facilitator. Before we begin, it's critical to understand your role in this session. You are not the lecturer or the boss. You are the facilitator. Your job is to guide the conversation, ask powerful questions, and keep the team focused on the goal. You will share your vision to navigate the discussion, but you must create a space where every board member feels their ideas are heard and valued. This is a core tenet of the facilitator mindset we discussed in Chapter 1. Now, let's walk through the 2-hour blueprint session, a step-by-step agenda. Here is the structured agenda for your planning session. Your goal is to create a smart, unified plan, strategic, measurable, action-oriented, realistic, and time-bound. Part 1, the why. You can spend 30 minutes to clarify this part. You'll start by grounding everyone in your core purpose, ensuring every decision is mission-aligned. First, explore the need and the community. Begin by asking the group, who do we serve and what is the single biggest problem we solve for them? This centers the conversation on the people you impact, not on internal operations. Next, refine your organizational profile. You will review your core statements together. This is a chance for new board members to understand and for old board members to recommit. Refine your vision. Where are we going as an organization? Clarify your mission. How will we get there? Here, I want you to introduce a powerful tweak. Instead of saying, "Our mission is to stop hunger," guide the conversation to reframe it as, "Our mission is to partner with our donors and volunteers to stop hunger." This simple change elevates your supporters from an audience to active partners from the very beginning. Define your core values. What are the non-negotiable principles that guide our work every day? Finally, set your strategic goals and objectives. This is a crucial distinction. First, facilitate a discussion to agree on the high-level goals, the big-picture results you want to achieve to fulfill the mission. Then, for each goal, lead brainstorm on the objectives, the specific, measurable actions you must take to achieve that goal. Part 2. The what and the how. You can spend 60 minutes to clarify this part. Now that you've established your destination, this is where you map out the vehicle that will get you there. Facilitate a discussion around these key areas: programs, events, and activities. What are our core offerings? What should we start, stop, or continue to achieve our objectives? Marketing and partnerships. How will we tell our story? And who will we partner with to amplify our message? Fundraising and financials. What are our high-level revenue goals, and what fundraising methods will we employ? People and infrastructure. What human resources, staff, volunteers, and infrastructure, technology, facilities do we need to succeed? Part 3. The now. Our action plan. You can spend 30 minutes to clarify this part. This is where the plan becomes real and ownership is forged. First, determine the high-level budget. Based on the discussion, ask the group, what is the estimated budget we need to achieve this plan? This creates a clear financial target. Next comes action planning and delegation. This is the most important step. Look at the different parts of the plan: marketing, fundraising, programs, and as the facilitator, ask the board a powerful question. Based on our plan, which of these areas do you feel most passionate about and best equipped to lead? This is how delegation occurs naturally and with buy-in. A board member with a marketing background will raise their hand for marketing. They choose their roles based on the plan they just helped create. Before the meeting ends, you must secure the crucial next step, the resource development session. Announce that because fundraising is critical to every aspect of the plan, the entire board will reconvene for a dedicated resource development planning session. Securing this date ensures that momentum is not lost. We will discuss facilitating this planning session in the next chapter. After the session, from delegation to execution. The blueprint session doesn't end with a finished document. It ends with clear ownership. Now, you must support those who have stepped up to lead. This process happens in 3 distinct stages: building the portfolio, empowerment, and accountability. Stage 1 is building the portfolio. Your next step is to work one-on-one with each board member who has delegated a responsibility. Together, you will build out a detailed portfolio for their area. This portfolio is their plan of action and must show how they will provide strategic oversight for its execution, including the detailed process that will be followed, the team they will need, the associated costs, and their commitment to providing supervisory support and reporting back to the board on their progress. At a subsequent board meeting, that board member, not you, will present their detailed portfolio to the rest of the board. This is the essence of an engaged working board. Stage 2 is the activation engine, empowering and equipping your board. The principle here is simple. Delegation without resources is abandonment. You cannot expect a volunteer board member to succeed without your active support. Your role as a facilitator is to empower and equip them for success by providing them with the tools from your toolkit, the access to information they need, and your support as a strategic partner. Stage 3 is the accountability framework, ensuring execution. Accountability is not micromanagement. It is a system of mutual respect that honors commitments. It ensures the strategic plan doesn't just sit on a shelf. A strong accountability framework includes your own weekly check-ins with initiative leads, follow-up from the Board Development Committee, and a formal reporting system for every board meeting. A final thought on fundraising. While you can delegate marketing or programs to a committee, resource development planning must begin with the entire board in the room. Why? Because fundraising is not the job of a small committee. It is the responsibility of every single board member. When the entire board plans together how the organization will be funded, they all develop a deep sense of ownership over that financial goal. Immediate action steps. 1. Schedule the session. Send a calendar invitation to your full board for a 2-hour board blueprint session. Frame it as an exciting, high-energy working session to map out the future together. 2. Prepare your questions. Review the agenda above and write down the key, open-ended questions you will use to facilitate each part of the discussion. 3. Gather your materials. Prepare a whiteboard or large flip chart, virtual or physical, to capture ideas live during the session.